Hi, I'm Misty from the Calcasieu Parish Library in Starks. Join me as we create a storytime prompt jar.
You'll need a glass jar or a box, the printed story prompts, and if you choose to use the wooden craft sticks, you will need them as well.
Everyone loves a good story time, but if you're like me, you sometimes get stumped on an idea for a story, and that's what makes having a storytime prompt jar so neat. It helps you come up with ideas on those days or nights that you may not have any creative juices flowing. And it's also a way to spark creativity and engage with your kids. So here are a few approaches to make your own. So the first one, we're going to do a storytelling jar. First, you're going to download and print a sheet of story prompts. You can go online and find tons of different story prompts, and all of these sites give them to you for free. They most of the time they ask you to subscribe, but for the most part you can get these prompts for free, or you can create your own. And you can use a marker and write them down on the wooden sticks if you prefer for your jar to be a little bit more durable. Then you will cut out the prompts in individual strips, and you will fold the strips and place them in the jar. And then whoever is going to be part of your story time will select a prompt from the jar, whichever one, and then you'll each take turns adding to the story based on the chosen prompt. So say this prompt says, when the clock in the hallway struck midnight, the adventure began. And then the next person will add to that story in their own words. The second jar is a more interactive storytelling. The same thing, you will write the beginning of a story on one strip of paper or on your wooden craft stick, and then you will place it in the jar, and then the next, whoever is going to take part in the story time will start by pulling out a strip and continuing the narrative. So each person will pull from the jar, not just one as in the storytelling jar, but each one of you will pull from the jar, and then you will make up the story in that way with everyone pulling from the jar. So there's no telling how the story is going to end. That's the fun part, is you just kind of get to see how creative this gets. And then the next jar will be the fairy tale storytelling, where you pick your fairy tales out and you will go and you'll pick your fairy tales out, and like an example, Hansel and Gretel. And then your prompt may say something like, oh no, they're eating my house. And then you'll proceed to tell the story from the point of view of the witch who lives inside the gingerbread house. And you can do that with all the fairy tales, and you'll just create your own fairy tale off of a different fairy tale. And just remember that the beauty of these jars are that they're very versatile, and you can adapt them to suit your preferences, whether you want to use it for writing practice or storytelling or just simply having fun.